Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I feel like I've shrunk. I feel like the table's higher up and that I've shrunk. It's like, honey, I shrunk the kids. Oh my goodness. I used to love that movie. Anyway, good morning. Okay, we are on Wednesday, the 14th of October. I'm going to do you guys a Celtic cross. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot to start with, and then we're going to have a look at the Druid Craft Tarot. Oh, let's get the words out. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's just have a look at this story today. I've shrunk. It's like, why is the table so high? Okay. Okay, we're taking our time to speak. This is what we're talking about. This is the topic. This is the challenge. Oh man, one thing's for sure, you're going grey. Hey, join the club. Yeah, I feel like you're going extremely grey. Do you feel as if whatever it is that you're covering up? I said I felt like I had shrunk. Is this your energy? You feel like you've become extremely small. That feels like embarrassment. Embarrassment, being ashamed. And even, okay, on my elbow, funny bone. Even the Hermit's here. Feeling extremely small all of a sudden, and maybe like a kid. Honey, I shrunk the kids. Divine Feminines, I shrunk the Divine Masculines. Let's look at the past energy. King of Pentacles, well, you felt like you were stable, secure, the past energy here, but you're feeling extremely small at the moment compared to maybe once, compared to how maybe you once felt. Once upon a time, tell us about it, go on, tell us your story. Once upon a time, I was an extremely stable, secure, strong masculine. I'd put my foot down on all the devils. I wouldn't take any kind of shit. I felt composed, organised, and I knew the direction of my life. That's the past energy. I thought I was doing okay. Did you? Okay. Now you're thinking differently. Well, it looks like you've gone grey. You're having sleepless nights. You're feeling as if you're being backed into a corner. It's like you should feel comfortable. It's like, but why is your blanket so small? It's like, okay, your security blanket has shrunk. Did you put it in the wash? You look quite warm there. Your blanket looks, I feel like your life's become quite colourful. But it's like you don't want to look at it. It's the bed linen, the quilt, on the Nine of Swords. It's quite colourful, but you're covering your eyes up. I want to sing like the red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. I can see a rainbow, see a rainbow, see a rainbow too. Look into my eyes, look into my eyes, and see everything you see. I can see a rainbow. All you can see is this coin and you're squinting. It's like you're having a little look. So you've gone back, definitely, from the king. You've kind of gone back 2 steps to the page. So you're having a good look now at your life. The Pentacles is about the material stuff, the physical life. Okay. That's the current energy, is you're looking at this. It's like look into my eyes. It's like, well, you're squinting a lot. That's your fear. Actually, I want to say someone seeing the truth within your eyes. Looking right into your soul. So it's best just to keep my eyes down. Keep them closed. Very much a vulnerable energy. That was coming out yesterday, wasn't it? Compared to how you used to be. It's like, what's happened to you, man? Well, let's look into the future. Well, you've got the Tower. So I believe your eyes are going to be opened. Who will open them? Well, this is the indicator that the divine will. It's like a head dive. What's assisting you behind the scenes? Oh, I've got the hiccups. What's assisting you behind the scenes? And it's the card of stability, or you needing to find stability, the Four of Pentacles. You're needing assistance to really get a grip, find your balance. You become very unbalanced for a king. You're not quite sure what you're doing. It feels like you're doing a bit of a juggling act. How are you feeling about this situation? Do we ask? Can you tell us? Great. I feel like you're watching the world go by. This is the Ten of Pentacles. This is your legacy. And rather than you kind of claiming it yourself, you're watching this world go by. Someone might have noticed a look in your eye. There's a child here, hiding, let's say behind their mum, but they're like looking at you. There's someone who's keeping an eye on you, as in they know that something's up. Okay. I feel as if maybe you can't keep your emotions hid. Feel that energy that if anybody asks you, are you okay, you could actually burst into tears. You're not okay, are you? No. Okay. It's okay not to be okay. You just can't stay there for too long. Let's have a look at your... okay, well, I was going to say how this is affecting others, and what wanted to come out was your hopes or fears, but how this is affecting others is you're doing a juggling act. You're unstable. It's like the realisation that you thought your life was quite stable. When things get a bit choppy or out of balance, you just don't know how to handle it. But it looks like you are trying. How this is affecting others. You're trying to find your balance. What are all these cards that have gone on the floor? And I feel that they're going to be for your hopes and fears. I was expecting him to come out when I said about here. A balancing act. Stability. How this is affecting others. You have the infinity symbol here that you need to balance out. Hopes or fears, all I can see is the Two of Cups. Okay. Do we have a look at this lion that's scowling at you, masculine? If you're the king of the jungle, you can't be a coward to be the king of the jungle. Okay, we've got another card that's on its own. Is it in reverse? The Ten of Swords in reverse is a very dismal card. I mean, that means that you're depressed and you've hit rock bottom. You've been stabbed in the back so many times. Now, normally when you do get up, you wouldn't even go back in that direction. It's like you've been through that scenario too many times. But for it to be in reverse, I'm going to say it's like doubled. Okay, you actually feeling that you're never going to be... I feel like never going to be let down. You're never going to be let down. Are you never going to be let down again? Which kind of you're going to protect yourself from being let down. This pressure is really strong on you. I actually felt like on Tarzan's outfit, they're flowers, that's what I felt, and I thought the flowers have gone all black. It feels like tar. Tar. Thanks a lot. I don't like that word, tar. People say tar, as in thank you, it's like tar. Just me personally, it's like tar. Thanks a lot. So it's very much as if you can't be doing with the pain. It's like a pain in the... It's a big pain in the neck, in the back, in the arse. Will you ever be let down? It's like, I don't really want to take that chance of being hurt again. Let's have a look at these three cards. We have the World. And we have the Two of Swords. This wants to go before the World. This World here. This lady in the World card is actually having a look at the Two of Swords here. This person... I feel like this is the energy that's hurt you. And it's like you've managed to section this away from your life. She's actually having a look at this feminine here. I feel like she has a bit of a sly energy about her. Just with her like twiddling her battens here. It feels very much as if she's in control. She's like, I can call her the ringleader. Yeah, let's call her the ringleader. Because she's in the ring here. And I feel like the Two of Swords is... Well, first I felt it was the Divine Feminine's energy, and the World card was an actual karmic energy that's left the Divine Masculine a bit dazed. Look at the lion down here. Oh, there's a lot of lying that's been going on. Now, I actually feel the Divine Feminine's energy here is settled. She also has a protection around her heart. This feminine here, she's blocking. So this is why you, Divine Masculine, is very deflated. You don't know if you're ever going to be... It's either let off the hook, so this person could be... keep repeating. She's the ringleader. Causing you grief, blood, puke, and shit on the floor here. Two of Cups behind you. And then behind you is also a message, signs, synchronizations. But you're too busy holding your head in shame. Got the same cloak on here. On the past, the Five of Cups is about dwelling, emotional loss. It's about dwelling on the past. So I'm actually feeling with the hopes and fears here. Mr. Chirpy Bird out there. So there's actually a block here of getting to the connection. I do feel it's this karmic energy. And I feel she knows what she's doing. So she's manipulating, not the Divine Feminine, she's manipulating the Divine Masculine. Feels very much, we haven't got the Devil card. Well, we haven't got to the outcome yet. But it does feel like she's putting him through hell. She's definitely a, not a wedge. She's a hedge between you. Feels like she's one step ahead. Okay. And then behind the masculine here is interesting. Look at the masculine's colour hair here. And then look here at the divine feminine. This is this karmic here knowing about the connection. Like this true love connection, and I feel that she's in control of what goes on, both sides. Belly's rumbling. Behind your back, divine masculine. I like your boots. I like your boots. You've got brown boots on. Look, I just noticed them. I like your boots. It's like your walking boots. Okay, I was talking about these boots are gonna walk all over you. I don't know the song, but that's what's coming through. These boots are gonna walk all over you. We've got to figure out what the Eight of Wands is here. Will you ever be able to send a message? I don't know, you're so scared of being hurt, hiding away. It's like you don't want to be asked if you are okay, because you still need to find your emotional balance. Should we have a look at the outcome? That's a lot of cards for hopes and fears going on there. The outcome. This person's driving you insane. They're driving you unstable as well. Into the stable. It's like you're a horse. Okay. Do you sleep in the stable? Are you like a little donkey? Okay. On a dusty road? Got to keep on plodding onwards with your heavy load. Outcome. How can your I don't know what I was going to say. How can your outcome be the Ace of Wands? It feels like, boom, there's relief that comes. Aid. This is a gift of inspiration and insight. And it looks like the divine has been sending you messages here. The Eight of Wands is about messages. There's no people in the card. It's about you knowing what the right thing to do is, seeing the signs, synchronizations, movement most definitely. Thinking about travelling, relocating. It's a communication card. So seeing as there's no people in here and it's towards the Two of Cups, there's been no communication. And you're kind of considering how you're actually going to communicate in the physical, if you're going to communicate in the physical. The outcome. It's like this idea just comes out of nowhere. Well, should we have a little look into this a bit more? So that Tower. That's what will bring that Ace of Wands in. It's an enlightenment. It's like you've been enlightened about a certain situation. Should we have a look at the bottom of the deck? This is you moving on to calmer waters now. But you need to kind of get yourself out of this, don't you? The choppy times. Choppy times of the past, and I want to say turn your back on the choppy times of the present. There's an opportunity to turn your back on the choppy times. It's coming. Let's have a look with the Druid Craft Tarot. So we're looking at this Nine of Swords. Nightmare, really. But I'm feeling as if you're feeling small, Divine Masculine. Yeah, I don't feel it's the Divine Feminine who's making you feel small. Oh man. This is I don't know, she might make you feel small. She's got her eyes. I feel this is the Divine Feminine's energy. The Eight of Swords. It's like the Divine Feminine's not going to pressurise you. But she has her blindfold on also. I want to say, so maybe, oh, you're sharing the same fear of actually looking at each other in the eyes. Like when it comes to the Divine Feminine. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, and then we have the Ten of Swords. So it does feel like it's progressing in the right direction, even though it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're both walking on eggshells, tiptoeing around each other. Well, there's not eggshells there, but she's kind of on tiptoes. So it feels like the Divine Feminine also doesn't know how to handle this situation. So we have the Hermit, that's a challenge. The Hermit, he's wise. It's like, is the Divine Feminine too bright for you to look at? Because you have this star in the lantern here. You're feeling, it's like you're feeling like a wally, like stupid. Should we just use that word? You're feeling stupid. In comparison with the Divine Feminine, it's like, you feel like a kid. Like you're not very intelligent at all. You mustn't tell yourself that. It sounds very much as if someone else has told you that you're incapable, maybe useless. You know the words that can come out. You probably heard them. You good for nothing. Yeah, whatever. Just because one person sees it that way doesn't mean there isn't another that adores you. You're good for nothingness. That would be good. I'll be good for someone with a good for nothingness. Just a nice calm energy. Nothing disturbs them. Nothing sways them. Just a nice, tranquil nothingness. Change around the words. What did Forrest Gump got called stupid, didn't he? I can't remember what was it. Stupid is as stupid does. Something like that. Stupid is as stupid does. It might not be that, but you should know the phrase I'm talking about if you've watched Forrest Gump. And if you haven't, well. You need to. The Hermit. Six of Swords. And the Well card again. It says feminine. What is she doing? Because you have death that's kind of leading you. I feel like she's leading the way. So we're picking up on this karmic energy here, the challenge. Divine Masculine, you want to look at the star. But instead you have this feminine who was in the well. She's here again. Controlling everything. She's actually leading you. I mean, we've had the Six of Swords. Where was the Six of Swords? So let's go to your hopes and fears. And at the moment we're looking at your challenge. And we have the blonde-headed girl. Where are you? It's like, see? She's trying to hide and it's like, oh, there she is. Who's controlling your world? It's no way to hide because like there's a bulrush there. It's like hiding in the bulrushes. It's like, well, there's like only one. If you feel like you can't hide or can't escape this character, it's like, but what happened? Because in the past you've managed to put your foot down. You've managed to be strong, stable, and I feel actually the connection with the Divine Feminine has totally made you unstable, that you can't even handle this character. And it's because of the inner guilt and shame. It's like, I feel this energy that you're feeling you deserve everything that you get, but it seems to be on a negative. Not that you could turn that around, and that's what you need to do. You need to turn that around. You deserve everything that you get, and there's good stuff coming, especially with the Ace of Wands. It's like the fairy tale. Don't believe in fairy tales. Well, maybe this one doesn't believe in fairy tales. That doesn't mean you. There's a reflection here of you actually mimicking the person that you're spending the most amount of time with. They say to have a look at the 5 people that actually you spend your time with and communicate with, because there's a strong chance you would have picked up their habits and their lifestyles. So have a look at their income, and that will be reflected in your life. The health, that will be reflected in your life. Mindset, attitudes. It's all about those 5 people that you hang out with. Who are you hanging out with? I feel like you're hanging out with this. I feel like you can't get away from her. Okay. Now, where did I pick up the 6 of... Oh, it's the bottom of the deck. I don't like the colour of the waters. That looks like really shitty green. And then there you are. It's a completely different picture for the cards. There's death transporting you. I don't know where to. And then we have here, you're actually transporting. And you've got 2, you're the transporter. Is that all you are? Do you feel like you're a taxi? I felt like you slept in the stable, like you're a stable boy. Just done all the errands and the chores and was like, you know, the chauffeur. Well, that's about directing your own life and not allowing someone else to direct you, especially in the wrong direction. Okay, let's just put those back over there. We'll get there soon. Now, this was your... I've lost the Hermit. Come here. See, I've lost the Hermit. Do you keep doing a disappearing act? It's like you might keep disappearing from this one as well. Like you're just not showing your face anywhere. And the more that you do that, this one wants to keep extra tracks on you. Being backed into a corner. By who? It feels like by the whole world. Double over. Are you doubled over in any kind of pain? I was feeling pain last night. I would say it would have been in the liver area. Kidneys, maybe. A real pain. Let's look in the past energy. This King of Pentacles, you were strong and stable at one point in your life. You got too comfortable. Your big security comfort blanket here, you got too comfortable. Okay. You didn't see. Let me just get another one. I feel like this energy here is you might have been strong, but it felt like you were still invisible, like you were still doing everything alone. You've got the 2 wands here. So I feel like you're a great participant within this connection, especially with this karmic energy here. But you still feel invisible. You're not sure where your strength is. It's like your strength has evaporated. You're having to support, like, yourself with these 2 wands. Let's move on to the current energy. I thought I was going to get another one for there, but that's about partial success. Look at this. Where you decided to stay, it's like the grass is greener on the other side. You're standing on this grass now, looking at it. And now you have the Divine Feminines in the same energy as you. I can tell because I picked up the Divine Feminine's energy here. You really are mirroring. But it feels, it's really bizarre. Because it feels as if your behaviour towards your karmic partner, Divine Masculine, is being like mirrored in your Divine Feminine's life. The thoughts that are going through your mind are the thoughts that are going through her mind, but it's like you're thinking them about your karmic partner and the Divine Feminine's thinking them about you. So it's like, will I ever be let down? Why do I feel like I'm being backed into a corner? Why can I not escape this? I picked it up on this mirroring energy, as in both of you are afraid. So the situation really lies within you and the Divine Feminine, not you and this karmic partner. This karmic partner knows that feels like things are getting close to resolution. And it's like she's going to twirl her batons and see what she can conjure up now. I feel it's lies. So Divine Feminine, this doesn't make the Divine Masculine happy. Look, he's kind of screwing his face up. It's all to do with this bloody message, this pentacle, communicating. Okay. Looks like he's being very delicate with it. Maybe before he rough-handled it. Rough-handled. Okay, makes sense. Rough hands, I was feeling. It's like, no, you need to be soft. But it's like you got too soft. Let's look at this Tower, because this is in your future. You do have this feminine. She's going in a different direction. I feel it's this karmic energy here. She'll be sent on her way in one direction, and you will be sent into another direction. You're actually going into the clouds. You're going to be caught. You're going to have a safe landing. You're going to get what you deserve, Divine Masculine. You deserve a Divine Feminine. There's one lined up for you. This karmic energy, she deserves whatever she's going to receive for her manipulation and narcissistic approaches. There's not anything you can do about that. You can hang around with the manipulator and see how your life is manipulated as a choice, as a result of your choices. Or you can actually go towards what is meant for you. And that's not doom, gloom. Tower after tower, misery. No way. Okay. So you're going to have a soft landing here, even though it doesn't feel like it. You can't control the outcome of this karmic person's upcoming circumstances. It's karma. Justice. You will be influenced if you stay with her, because obviously there'll be a knock-on effect. It will affect your life as well. Oh, you've got the King of Wands. Okay, this is good in the future because you have that wand, but you have to take it. The universe offers it to you. This is the outcome. So in comes the epiphany, the light bulb moment, the aha, I know what to do now, thank you. And it's like the wand comes in and it's just given to you. You take it. It's like you want to regain the passion in your life. Behind the scenes, where we can see you're struggling to keep your balance. Okay. It's this coin, how you're holding this coin. You need to have a look at that. How you're viewing it, how you're holding yourself through this situation. You look very tense and knotted up here. It's like you've got a big knot in your stomach. Cramps. Maybe in the past you didn't really, take that coin seriously. Having to be gentle with it now. And especially with your approach to the Divine Feminine. She looks, frail. Oh, interesting. When I said excuse me then because I was burping, I could actually see someone like walking through a crowd. Not that we should, I don't think we should be in crowded places, but it was kind of like, you as the masculine was kind of like, okay, I know where I'm needing to go. Anyone that's in my way, excuse me. You need to kind of, excuse me. It's a polite way of kind of going, excuse me, I need to get through. That's what I'm feeling, Divine Masculine. You're needing to get through. So behind the scenes is the Four of Pentacles, you becoming stable. Finding your balance. But this coin is completely blocking off your heart, which just... It's like you don't want anyone to see what's going on in there. But you can feel it. Nine of Cups. This is you actually stable, okay? It's the King of Wands energy where he's like, okay, I'm good. I feel settled, I feel stable, I know what I'm missing from my life and I'm going after it. Because you have the Nine of Cups. So this is you, preparing you. You need to be in the Nine of Cups, okay? Divine Feminine needs to be really in the Nine of Pentacles. And then you can go after your Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups together. But you both have to reach this status of the 9. You're both at the 9 of Swords, had enough. And the 10s are about completions. Okay. I was picking up the Two of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles makes the 4. And then we have you doing this juggling act here with the Two of Pentacles with the infinity symbol, which makes me feel, okay, what goes up must come down. As within, so without. So it's a complete reflection. But it's like you're reflecting on the wrong life. The actual reflection is you and your Divine Feminine. Okay. So let's look at this legacy, the Ten of Pentacles. Looks like you're just sitting there watching the world go by. Oh, I picked up that maybe someone, you know, was kind of like looking as if to say, you know, is he all right? He seems a bit quiet. And I feel like the response from this one is, yeah, he's fine. You know, he's always like that. So, or he's just acting stupid. I'm not sure. Especially, it's not going to be good if you are quite emotional. Some people can't handle with others crying, especially if it's a masculine. They just don't know how to handle that. So they could respond in an immature way. As in, like, you know, men shouldn't cry. That's just, that's another lie. Ten of Pentacles here. Here's your resurrection. But only you can do this, Divine Masculine. Only you can resurrect the connection. Your connection with Source. Your connection with the Divine Feminine. You were taken down into this water. This karmic partner led you into murky waters. And it's like she promised you the world and did not deliver. If anything, she'd just give you torture and grief and insecurities and made you feel extremely small. This murkiness here, you can resurrect from this, Divine Masculine. You've got the Ace of Swords, so again, the universe is giving you an opportunity to resurrect. You have to take the opportunity. Looks like you've got your passion back. Will you take that sword and resurrect? How this is affecting others. You're balancing out the infinity symbol. You can call it the rubber band if you like as well. The rubber band effect. Would you like me to just read today what that means? Okay, let's do it. It's 10:57. Looks like the sun wants to come out. The rubber band effect. Let's read this. Hold on. Okay. Let's read this part. It's by Longevity University. I love it. Longevity, longevity. Okay. Dating, the rubber band man. Is he taking a time out, or is this a sign about your future? Let's have a look at him. Just days ago, Your sweetie was holding you in his arms, telling you how special you are and how much he loves you. Now 3 days have gone by and he hasn't even called. You may even share the same bed, and yet you feel like he doesn't even know that you're there. Why does it seem like he has you up on a pedestal one moment, and at other times you feel like you're last on his list? Can you see what the mirroring is? It's because it feels like you're looking for this, like, okay, divine masculine. How you're kind of viewing your karmic partner is, why does it feel like they have you on a pedestal one moment, and at other times you feel like you're the last on the list, like you're invisible? Okay, and I told you to have a look at the mirroring effect, because that's exactly how, because it mentioned about you sharing the same bed. And you're not sharing the same bed as a divine feminine, but you are sharing the same bed with someone else, if you're allowed in it. Okay, you might not have been in that bed for days. The karmic partner might be kind of questioning that now, and you're not really wanting to talk about it. So just days ago, your sweetie was holding you in his arms. And that could be just days ago, your karmic was in a very good mood and the love was back and it all seemed sunshiny. The manipulation. Telling you how special you are and how much he loves you. So I do feel like this could be your karmic energy. Now 3 days have gone by and he hasn't even called. Or it could be, I want to change that he to a she. So let's do it again. Let's just fucking do it again. This is what you're doing. You keep going around in circles, in cycles with this person, hoping that they change. And there is actually someone, all the things that you're wishing for and desiring for, like, and it feels like you're wanting it from this karmic. It's actually your divine feminine that's wanting it. Like, she's saying those words to you. So you're seeking for love, longevity, okay? And also your divine feminine seeking for longevity. And it's like you're looking in another direction for it. And she knows that, the divine feminine. So you're both looking for love in an area where, you know, you're not receiving it back. The divine feminine is not receiving it back from the divine masculine because you're too busy doing what she's doing with your karmic partner. So it's like the perfect one is out there and wants the same. It's just you're just looking in completely wrong direction, divine masculine. So just days ago, your sweetie was holding you in her arms, telling you how special you are and how much she loves you. Now 3 days have gone by and she hasn't even called. You may even share the same bed, and yet you feel like she doesn't even know that you're there. Sounds, oh look, you see that little bit of glitter in my eye? It can stay there. It's my eyelid. Okay. Why does it seem like she has you up on a pedestal one moment, and at other times you feel like you're last on her list? Sometimes it feels like feast or famine when it comes to getting her attention. Is this some version of male, or female we should say, PMS? You're blaming it actually like on a menstrual cycle here. Oh my, it's like glittering. I'm going to leave it, but it keeps shining. You get that? Okay. Oh, it's just her monthly. She'll be okay, won't she? Let's carry on reading. So absolutely not. Although it really can feel like this is actually a very normal process that most men go through in intimate relationships, called the rubber band or the male intimacy cycle. It's when a man facilitates between, I think that does that say? Vacillate? I'm going to have to just check out this word. Bear with me. Vacillate. Waver between different options or actions, be indecisive. Okay, I want to go back to the article. Vacillate. It's called the rubber band or the male intimacy cycle. It's when a man vacillates between being close to his partner and pulling away. Men do this for many reasons. The most important reason is to connect with their more masculine side and to focus on the activities that make them a good provider and partner. While this is normal and natural part of all healthy relationships, it is also very confusing to women. In fact, according to the woman who visit MarsVenus.com, the women who visit MarsVenus.com, it is the biggest source of frustration and pain in their relationships. I feel like I really want to get this, bits of glitter out of my eye. Men do this for many reasons. The most important reason is to connect. I've already read that part. Okay. Why do men need to pull away? After experiencing the closeness and intimacy of a partnership, the we state, men need to regain their sense of self with the me state. After that relationship pause, he is ready to experience more intimacy. For most men, intimacy is like an all-you-can-eat buffet. They experience it, enjoy it, and then become full. They need time and space to feel hungry again. In healthy relationships, men do not pull away out of anger or frustration about their relationship. If your partner is pulling away out of anger or is simply avoiding you, there is likely something else going on. Also, rubber banding does not happen when a couple is newly in a relationship. This cycle evolves over time, and that's what's happened really with the divine masculine, divine feminine. It was like the intensity of the connection. There was no pulling away, and now there is that running away. So also, rubber banding does not happen when a couple is newly in a relationship. This cycle evolves over time. If he is pulling away early on in the relationship, there are likely other issues affecting his interest that may or may not be related to you. Reactions by women that may push men away further. Unfortunately, this cycle can be quite upsetting to a woman. They wonder, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Does he still love me? These painful thoughts often cause women to chase their partner, demanding an explanation. Why haven't you called me? Or what's wrong? When a woman reacts to the rubber band by chasing, it can cause a man to pull away even more, perhaps stretching until the rubber band breaks. He may feel pressured by concerns that his partner doesn't trust him, or even that he is capable of making her happy. And I feel like the connection, I don't know, there's so much stress and tension from the karmic, that rubber band could break on you. Other times, women convince themselves that it's wrong to contact their partner, that they must refrain from even talking. And this feels like what the divine feminine feels towards you, divine masculine. You're going to have to get your head around this one. Because you're feeling that your karmic partner, why is she just ignoring me? And it's like, that's exactly what how you're behaving like the karmic partner, but you're behaving like that towards the divine feminine. Makes sense? I hope it does. Other times women convince themselves that it is wrong to contact their partner, that they must refrain from even talking, and that whoever talks first loses. That's why you're divine feminine. That's why you're scared to approach your karmic partner, and the divine feminine is scared to approach you. Is that if she reaches out first, she's lost. Okay. It's like the fear of rejection here. Because you're chasing another connection. Of course, while they are determined not to fold, they are also waiting by the phone, checking their voicemail, checking their email, or checking that lump in bed lying beside them for signs of life. Now, this could be your karmic partner, checking your phone, checking your emails, checking your messages. So maybe it's, it's a godsend that your divine feminine isn't actually reaching out to you, because it feels like if she did, she could cause you a lot of trouble if your phone's being checked at the moment. You're a big lump in bed. Who's the lump in bed? What a way. What a way to describe your partner. Or checking that lump in bed lying beside them for signs of life. There are so many confusing messages out there to women. If you find yourself in this situation, here are a few things to remember. Number one, this cycle is a normal pattern for men. He's not playing with you. Every woman knows how wonderful it is to see your sweetie after some time apart. His heart feels that for you, whatever he pulls away, his heart feels that for you, whenever he pulls away, and it's a positive experience, let him go and trust that he will come back. Number 2, while he's regaining his sense of self, maybe this will be a good time to regain yours as well. Instead of waiting and worrying, why not visit with some girlfriends? Catch up on your reading, garden, meditate, get a pedicure, and enjoy your life. And number 3, you are allowed to make contact, but try to speak his language when you do. One idea is to ask him for information. Say something like, remember that movie you were telling me about? What was the name of that again? I was thinking about renting it. Appeal to his sense of being the expert by asking for his help or advice. Interesting. There's still this fear here. We had this come up about reminiscing about memories and wanting to remember that movie that you suggested. What was it called again? It's like, because I want to watch it or rent it. Do you even rent movies anymore? I don't know. Sounds like back in the day when you had Blockbuster. Or Choices. VHS stores, guys, in the UK. I don't know if they were everywhere. I imagine they might have been. Anyway, they're not around anymore, as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen any Blockbusters lately. Very interesting, that. A little bit confusing. But let's have a look at this. The rubber band effect. It was the passage that said, it was the passage that said about how you are just so excited to see your sweetheart, after, the separation, after actually being apart from each other. And we have the Divine Feminine at the Crossroads here. Not really knowing what to do, not knowing what path to take, still with her blindfold on. How this is affecting others. You're finding your stability, and the Divine Feminine's been told to obviously find hers as well. These fears, hopes or fears, we have the connection between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Tarzan, you need to go after your Jane. Okay. But then you have the Ten of Swords, which is a very heavy burden. You could be that lump in bed, being prodded. Are you actually alive there? So I feel like you've got no life in you. Either you've got no life in you, or your karmic partner has no life in you. Has no life in you. Has no life in her. I don't feel that she has that there is this long-term life with you. I'm not sure what game she's playing. Well, she has you, we've moved her to the end. That's interesting. We've moved her to the end here, so it's just like all that shit, puke, and blood is going to be fired back at her. They've changed positioning now. This is ending up being a really long reading. 53, that's it. 8 and an 8 to infinity and beyond. It's 11:11. Well, it says 11:12 up there. It says 11:11 over there. Okay. Let's look at your hopes or fears. Again, 2 of Cups. And the pulling in together. It's that rubber band, look. I actually feel it's very interesting because it's a green rubber band, isn't it? Look at you, Divine Masculine. Look how, this is really nice. This is, okay. So last night, I realised that I had my fingers crossed when I was going to bed. When I was going to sleep, it's like, my fingers are crossed. So you've got your fingers crossed. Look, we've even got crossed legs here. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, that's your outcome. So only one card's come out now. And that's the only card that I could see what should matter. That's what I felt it was. It was like an excuse me, you need to get out of the way now. I know exactly where I'm going. You've got the Sword of Resurrection and the Sword of Passion. The Sword of Passion. The Wand of Passion. Outcome. Let's have a look at this Ace of Wands as your outcome. Okay. 3 cards. What's this card over here? Where did this one come from? Oh, it's a surrender card, look. You need to take a grip of this Divine Masculine, of the Sword of Resurrection. It looks like you've got one for you, one for your Divine Feminine maybe. You've put your foot down on... I feel like this is you. You're not a kid. No, you're not. Really not a kid. You're the Lord. Outcome. So you put your foot down on your own tendencies, and we have the Divine Feminine here. She's still not saying anything, Divine Masculine. She's still holding her tongue. So, she's maturer than that. She's actually sitting in her throne here. I want to say working on her own spiritual transformation, seeing as she's got the bone here. I felt like Queen of Pentacles, really nice, stable energy. The Lord, well, you've got some things to sort out. Hear the siren outside. Coming through. Now, she's actually pulling on this cord here as well. So I feel the further away that your Divine Feminine, you feel her getting, the more you're actually wanting to talk. It's like she has a drum. So she's marching to the beat of her own drum. Well, you can feel her heartbeat though. Okay, it's a very intense connection that you have here with the Divine Feminine, but you're working too much on another connection, trying to get this person to love you. And it's like it's the wrong person. There is someone that loves you. You're just not seeing it. You're too busy trying to find love in all the wrong places. Let's get you a postcard from Spirit. Just saw like the one of the images on the front. It looked like this World card, the outside of it with a key in the middle. Say what you see. Okay. I see a little Cupid. You are pure joy. Let's see what this message is for you. I feel it is for you, Divine Masculine, but let's read this. Dear you, now is one of those times you're being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. Say what you see, or maybe just observe what you see. Don't worry about how long it would take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath, slow down, and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which come from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now, and you'll be glad you did. Love you. You're good for nothing. You're good for nothingness. I love it. Wow. Okay. I don't want to use an Oracle of Shadows and Lights. We've been playing with them for a while. Should we get a Greek mythology card? Okay, yeah, we can. Let's have a laugh with my pronunciations. At the corner of my eye, all I keep seeing here is like wings, like feathers. But I'm trying not to look because I know there's nothing there. But I'm kind of like looking at these wings here, like these invisible wings that you have. Let's see what card wants to come out. Demeter, mother. Demeter. In Greek mythology, we are told that Demeter gives the gift of grain, agriculture, and fertility. The fruitfulness of rich Mother Earth is under her direct control, and she can give or withhold it. And this is what the karmic energy is doing to you. It's up to them whether they give or withhold themselves from you. I do feel like it's the mother of your children. Okay, so you're going to feel some kind of obligation there to her. So let's have a look at however. However, Demeter also represents the, I don't know how you say that, Eleusinian mysteries. It's spelled L-E-E, no, E-L-E. Would you like it phonetically? I can do that. Echo, Lima, Echo, Uniform, Sierra, India, November, India, Alpha, November. Mysteries. Which teach that humans have a life cycle like that of wheat. From a seed stored and growing out of sight, it becomes a young plant or child which matures into a parent, giving forth its seedlings again. Okay. Well, let's have a look at this, because I'm feeling it's a karmic energy here. This card can represent motherhood and the cycle of a young maiden, mother and crone. When Demeter lost her beloved daughter in marriage to the Lord of the underworld, we have you as the Lord here. I'm not going to keep, oh, you're right there. The grieving mother deliberately refused to let the crops grow. And I feel that there's, I don't know what's going on, but she really is refusing to allow you to grow, divine masculine. Maybe even not refusing, denying your children growth. Okay, all because of it's a very malicious, narcissistic energy. You will be affected by it. I was going to say there's no getting away from it, but there is. There is getting away from it. So when Demeter lost her beloved daughter in marriage to the Lord of the underworld, the grieving mother deliberately refused to let the crops grow. Could be refusing to let you see the children as well. That is one that a lot of women, they like to pull that card on you. Cause you as much pain and grief as they possibly can. And they use your children against you. She can give fertility and she can prevent it. As a gardener, parent or child, you are now surrounded by Demeter's powerful embrace. Whether in grief or fruitfulness, you can reach for her love and she will walk with you while you grow. So this is definitely a karmic lesson that you're needing to learn. She's going to stay with you until you've learnt the lesson and you've grown up. Okay? You can reach for her love and she will walk all over you. Sorry, not funny. I know, not my situation. Okay. Sacred, should we have a look at your sacred destiny? Let's look at your sacred destiny. Do I have a destiny? Of course you do. A very good one. You just can't see it at the moment because you're hanging out with the wrong company. It could be work-wise as well if you're hanging out with the wrong company. You have healing chaos. Well, yeah, you are. All these butterflies that are being emerging, I was going to say thrown out. This feminine won't realise. Like, she's throwing away a beautiful divine masculine that she doesn't, you're invisible. In her eyes, she just doesn't see the beauty of you. Your divine feminine does, but you're still trying to get that from the mother of your children, from your current partner. You just can't understand it. Okay. And neither can the divine feminine. She can't understand really, what are you doing? You have a spiraling tornado. Energy in our universe spirals. Water spirals in the wake of the fish that swims through the stream. Air spirals in the wake of a bird in flight. The moon spirals around the earth, which spirals around the sun, which spirals around the galaxy. Even our DNA is a spiral. It is the healing principle of life. It's not an accident that the ancient symbol for healing is the caducus, 2 spiraling serpents. It is the sacred spiral. Most people, here it is here in the strength card, let me show you the caducus. So, oh no, it's not in the strength card, it's in the 2 of cups. You can see it. Okay. So let me just reread about this caducus. It is the healing principle of life. It's not an accident that the ancient symbol for healing is the caducus, 2 spiraling serpents. It is the sacred spiral. Most people assume that there is nothing good that comes from tornadoes. You're good for nothing. You are good for nothing. And within that, you're going to receive everything. That's beautiful. But every part of nature has value. For example, although some birds lose their habitat from a tornado, birds such as a prairie warbler, oh my goodness, how do I say this? Whippoorwill, woodpecker, grouse, and woodcock, as well as forest salamanders, all benefit from the new landscape created by tornadoes. Downed trees provide habitat for black bears and white-tailed deer and create dens for many kinds of animals. Tornadoes churn up the soil in ways that rejuvenate the earth. Got illumination next. Mist rising on Alpine Lake. Seriously, I've not read these ones. I'm not reading it. We need to read what the sacred landscape wants you to know. Nosedive. Let's read this. The sacred landscape wants you to know. When you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for profound healing. Doesn't even say healing. For profound heading. Is it meant to say healing? When you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for profound heading. If your life seems chaotic, know that it has an underlying energy of healing. You are being healed on all levels. You are a healer. Clear that throat chakra. Excuse me, guys. You are a healer. Alternatively, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It will activate healing. Do the unexpected and mix life up a bit. Okay, I'm going to end on a ring. If we could get the words out. Okay, let's end with Rumi. The right choice. 29. The right choice, divine masculine. Card number 29. Let's read the message. Stay close to those who know about the heart. Choose the shade. Choose the shade of a tree that is in constant bloom. Okay. We really do have to get this message out. I will go after. Promise. Pinky promise. Stay close to those who know about the heart. Choose the shade of a tree that is in constant bloom. Don't meander aimlessly among the herb sellers and potion vendors. Go directly to the shop that sells nothing but sweets. Don't sit waiting by every boiling pot to have your plate filled. Not every boiling pot is cooking what you want. Not every sugar cane is filled with sugar. Not every down has an up. And not every eye has vision. And not every sea contains pearls. Rumi. Within you, I recognise my most trusted friend. You're going to make me want to cry. Okay, let's not do that today. Okay. Within you, I recognise my most trusted friend. We go back a long way to before that moment when time began. We knew each other then, even before time was born. So I say, hello, my old and dear friend. So lovely for us to meet again. And I feel how your heart responds with a wave of love. For it is that love that is you, my most trusted friend. Little birdie sang hello. On the path of love, there is not so much wrong and right in the moral sense, so much as what is right or wrong for you. I just missed that up. I messed that up. I only got the words mixed round. He's chatty. On the path of love, there is not so much wrong and right in the moral sense, so much as what is wrong or right for you. The mind cannot help so much here. Only the heart can speak such truths. The mind may reject it, recoil, amaze, if that's how you say that, and find all the reasons why the simple truth, the right choice of the heart, cannot possibly work and only lead to pain. That is what the mind does rather well, actually, but it doesn't mean the right choice, the heart choice, becomes incorrect. It means rather that the heart has outsmarted the mind, and the mind will need to bow to the heart, even without understanding its sometimes impenetrable mysteries. Or one can choose to stay in inner conflict, fighting against the right choice, but eventually love will prevail, and the way forward must be taken. So can you give up what you have planned, believed, or decided? Let the heart wisdom that silently and constantly broadcasts its pure and true intentions into the fertile womb of the universe lead the way instead? It will lead you along the right path, to the right house where sits the right master for you. He grabs you in a bear hug and gently whispers into your ear, "What took you so long? I've been waiting for you since the day you were born. Now we are together. It is time for us to play." It is said that one man's meat is another man's poison. To base your choices on what others have chosen for themselves may end up killing you. Better to take your risks on the angel of your own heart, wise as that being is, and dance to your own heart rhythm instead. There may be fear if others seem to be dancing different steps, but beloved, you know that is just because every heart has its own unique rhythm, and yours doesn't want to waltz so much as to tango. So why not allow it to be thus, without fear or doubt? This oracle comes with a message for you. In your heart, you know what holds meaning for you. You may or may not have a grand vision to go along with that meaning as yet, but deep within, you know what is without value and what holds value for you. You are born with those values intact in your heart, and whatever confusion has arisen for you along the way is just where the values of others have transfused into your own blood. It is time for a transfusion of holy light into that body. Doesn't say that loose, I know. It is time for a transfusion of holy light into that blood to be cleansed and purified, restored to its integrity and filled with passion for what is rightfully yours, your unique passion and purpose. If you have been concerned about your path and what steps to take next, this oracle comes with an omen of good things headed your way. Clarity, reassurance, truth and revelation. Don't hold on to a belief system or vision if it appears to be tossed on its head. Let things go the way they will, and good fortune will prevail for you. That vision might actually have been upside down all this time, and suddenly able to right itself and be born for you if allowed to topple. Or perhaps there is a more fulfilling version of your vision lurking in its remnants, to be scooped up by your soul with its hawk vision and eagle deftness. Trust that if you are being drawn away from a tantalising sweet shop, there is a more delicious array of confection just around the corner for you. So yes, have your tantrum if you must. But you will be sheepish soon, when you realise the hand of the great beloved that removes is the same hand that bestows even greater gifts. Sacred honouring ritual. Turn the palms of your hands downward towards the earth. Say aloud, with gratitude and trust, I release that which is not rightfully mine. Open your hands upwards towards the sky. Say aloud, I give thanks for the grace that is bestowed upon me now, as I accept my rightful divine inheritance. Stand with your hands in prayer at your heart and say aloud, I honour my heart wisdom. May my heart always be my leading light, showing me the way of grace. So be it. You have completed your honourment ritual. Okay, let's get some. You've got these cards. Where are they? Come on, come out. A long reading, guys. I think I managed to deliver the message, but let's hope so. Okay. Don't let what you can do stop you from doing. Doesn't say that. Don't let what you can do stop you. Don't let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can do. There's fear here. Okay. There's always something that you can do. Okay, focus on what you can do in this moment, with the now, the here and now. Attract what you want by being who you want. It's this mirroring of the Divine Feminine. Attract what you want by being who you want. The Divine Feminine here is behaving very much the same as how you're behaving. But you're not behaving like that towards the Divine Feminine, you're behaving like that towards a karmic partner. Okay. And we have what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. You are becoming nothingness. I quite like that, but stay close to anything that makes you glad to be alive. What makes you glad to be alive, Divine Masculine? You make the Divine Feminine feel glad to be alive. Does your karmic partner make you feel glad to be alive? Or does your Divine Feminine make you feel glad to be alive? There is a choice and you're needing to go for the right choice. Okay, so let's leave it there. Have yourself a wicked Wednesday and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.